What English speakers really say during arguments. Have you ever noticed something? When we learn English at school, we're taught sentences like, "I'm angry. Please don't do that." They're correct. But when native speakers actually argue, they often say something completely different. Today, I want to share some expressions that people really use in everyday arguments. Not because you should argue more, but because these expressions can help you understand movies, TV shows, and real conversations much better. Imagine this. You've been talking for 5 minutes. You're explaining why you're upset. But the other person suddenly starts talking about something completely different. Maybe they say, "Well, you forgot my birthday last year." Or, "You're always busy anyway." At that moment, many native speakers simply say, "That's not the point. That's not the point." Notice something interesting. They're not saying, "You're wrong." They're saying, "You're talking about something else." The point means the main issue, the real problem. So when someone changes the subject, "That's not the point," is a very natural response. You'll hear it everywhere. Movies, TV shows, podcasts, even real couples arguing. Try saying it with me. "That's not the point." Woo! Now imagine another situation. You finally tell your partner how you feel. You say, "I've been feeling lonely lately." Instead of listening, they immediately interrupt you. "No, you're just overthinking." "No, that's not true." "No, you're being dramatic." You might stop for a second and say, "Can you just listen? Can you just listen?" This sentence isn't rude. It's actually something many people say when they don't feel heard. Notice the word just. It doesn't mean just here. Instead, it makes the request stronger. "Can you just listen?" It means, "Please, stop interrupting me for 1 minute. Repeat after me. Can you just listen?" Good. Here's another one. Imagine you've been arguing for almost an hour. Neither of you is listening anymore. You're tired. You're emotional. Instead of saying something you'll regret, many native speakers choose to say, "I need some space." This doesn't necessarily mean, "I want to leave you," or "I want to break up." It usually means, "I need time to calm down before we continue." Actually, many relationship counselors recommend this because people communicate much better after they've had time to cool down. "I need some space." Let's say it again. "I need some space." Woo! Here's one expression that sounds simple, but it's very powerful. "That really hurt." Notice, not "I'm angry," not "I hate you." Just, "That really hurt." Imagine your partner laughs at something you're insecure about. Or they say something without thinking. Instead of attacking them, you simply tell them how you feel. "That really hurt." Sometimes, this is much more effective than shouting. Because you're talking about your feelings, not attacking the other person. "That really hurt." It's your turn. Woo! Finally, let's talk about one sentence that many learners misunderstand. Whatever. If you've watched enough American TV shows, you've probably heard this hundreds of times. Whatever. Depending on your tone, it can mean, "I don't care anymore," "Fine, forget it," or "I'm done talking." It's usually not polite. And honestly, if you say it during an argument, there's a good chance the argument will get even worse. So yes, it's common. But that doesn't mean it's always a good idea to use it. See, learning English isn't just learning vocabulary. It's learning how people actually communicate. The next time you watch Netflix, listen carefully. How many of today's expressions can you find? You might be surprised how often people really say them. Thanks for taking the time to practice with me today. I really appreciate you being here. See you in next video.